Hello everybody, thank you for joining me today on Christine's Awesome Things. My name is Christine and today I am going to teach you how to make sweet potato slips. Sweet potato slips is what you're going to need to actually grow sweet potatoes. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel to watch more videos. First off, sweet potatoes and potatoes are two different things. Sweet potatoes, are from the morning glory family. Potatoes are from the nightshade family. Ironically, the name nightshade actually has more edible plants than morning glory. Morning glory basically have more poisonous plants, but the sweet potato is not. All right. Potatoes have these little buds that'll grow on them. These little buds actually grow potatoes. All you have to do is either cut it up when you have the buds on them, called teats, or you can plant the whole potatoes. It'll grow stalks. Them stalks will grow vines and you'll have potatoes. Simple, right? Well, sweet potatoes are different. You cannot plant a sweet potato in the ground and expect to have more sweet potatoes. Nor do sweet potatoes come from seeds. If you happen to go online and see something that says sweet potato seeds, do not buy it if you're trying to actually grow sweet potatoes. That is not the seeds you want. In order to grow sweet potatoes, you need slips. And I'm going to show you how to grow your own sweet potato slips. There are two methods to growing sweet potatoes. One is called the water and jar method. You want 3 toothpicks, and you're going to place those toothpicks about 3/4 of the way up your sweet potatoes. Now, a lot of people would say the most pointy end go in the water. I've done both ends. I've done the pointy end, and I've actually had slips that grew out of this end. This end is supposed to be where the roots grow. I've actually had the roots and the slips grow from the same end, and nothing grew at the most rounded end. Then I've had sweet potato slips that grew from the rounded ends and the roots came from the pointy end. So it really doesn't matter, okay? Sweet potato, make sure that when you put your toothpicks in, they're evenly spaced. These toothpicks act as suspenders for your jar. You're going to get your jar of water, make sure that it's a decent size, and you're going to use these little toothpicks that's evenly spaced around your sweet potato and suspend it in the water. And the jar, actually I have a little bit too much water in here. All right, so the jar, around the jar is what's going to hold your toothpicks in place, and your toothpicks are going to suspend your sweet potato in the water. It takes anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks for you to see results happening with your sweet potato. You'll see little white stringy things that are actually roots growing off of it. Make sure that you place this in a sunny, well-lit area. And remember, sweet potatoes do not like the cold, so you want to keep it away from drafty areas. If you find a southern facing spot, that's great. Otherwise, you can use grow lamps. I place mine under grow lamps next to a heat mat. The next way is the soil method. I like the soil method best because the sweet potatoes tend to grow a little faster. I'm using a soil mix that I made myself. You can watch my video on seed starting mix. And what you do is you get you a tray. You're going to take some pre-moistened soil and put it all down in the bottom of your pan. Then you're going to take your sweet potato and lay it right in your soil. Like this. Then you're going to cover it up some more. And what you're doing is you want to make sure the soil at least covers the ends of each sweet potato. So you want to make sure that you have enough soil to cover the ends, and you're going to basically leave the top part exposed. I'm not doing any sweet potatoes right now, but I'm just showing you for example. This right here would be enough to do 3 or 4 sweet potatoes. Once you have your soil covering up the ends of your sweet potato, you're just going to put it on a heat mat or in a sunny area or under grow lights, and just keep it moistened. Keep your soil moistened. Don't let it dry out. You're going to do this with the whole tray if you happen to have a tray this size. This is what it's going to look like. These are your slips. As you see, this is in soil. I placed my sweet potato in the soil, and as you can see, it's covering up the ends of my sweet potato on each end. It also has the slips growing. I can't do anything yet with the slips because they need to be between 8 and 10 inches long before I can remove my slips off the sweet potato. Once these slips are 8 to 10 inches in height, I'm going to transfer them to a jar of water and allow roots to grow on them. Once they root, then I'll be able to plant my slips in the soil, and from there, sweet potatoes will grow. You can also buy sweet potatoes at your local market, anywhere. Just make sure you wash them off really good, and I would recommend that you use organic sweet potatoes because they haven't been sprayed. Don't get discouraged if your sweet potatoes start getting soggy or if they're not rooting fast enough. It is trial and error with sweet potatoes. None of them will ever turn out perfect, okay? Just make sure that you have more than one sweet potato that you're working with, okay? Make sure that you don't have any type of fertilizer in your soil. So a seed starting soil, a seedling mix, you want to use that. You don't want any type of fertilizer in your soil. So gardening soil is not going to work, okay? That has fertilizer in it. Fertilizer will burn up your plants before it even gets started, and it will also burn up a sweet potato. So don't have anything with fertilizer in it. This is just cocoa coir, perlite, and vermiculite. Again, you can watch my video on seed starting mix to learn how to make your own mix. Once you have your seed starting mix, you can go ahead and get started. And again, it'll take, with the water method, anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks for you to start seeing results. With the soil method, you should see some type of results within 4 weeks. Once you kind of slowly lift your potato out of there gently, you'll see that it is attached to the soil, and it'll be some type of resistance. If you feel resistance in your soil, if you're doing the soil method, leave it alone, because if you try to pull it up, you're going to rip the roots out. So if you're interested in growing sweet potatoes, give this video a chance. Follow my instructions. This has been Christine of Christine's Awesome Things. Like and subscribe, and check out my other videos.